Welcome back to the channel. Warhammer Man back in the studio, and you guys know what time it is. It's Sunday, and it's time for this week's preview. Continued carnage in the Ghur and Horus Heresy Hall. So obviously we have the new Warcry 2nd edition. Heart of Ghur is on its 2-week pre-order period. And then there's some Horus Heresy items coming as well. So some upgrades for 3 Lucky Legions. So let's take a look at what we have here. So first off, we have the Warcry Heart of Ghur new box game. We do have the prices on this already. It is $230 USD, 180 euros, or 140 British pounds, I believe. I'm definitely right on the USD. Pretty sure about the other ones as well. And then in the box set, it has the new rulebook, the warband specific and like missions and everything book, and then we have our tokens, our cards. There's dice included as well, arrange, terrain and scatter terrain, and then 2 warbands also. So pretty nice overall. Box set is the ultimate starting point for the new edition of Warcry. It contains 2 full warbands, the Rotmire Creed and the Horns of Hasut, with 20 miniatures in total, 10 and 10, which is good for balance, plus all the lovely gnarlwood scenery. Game board, new core book, the Rot and Ruin Warband tome, and all the accessories you need to start playing. So we can see some detail on the models here. I really like the models. I think overall there's been sort of like a mixed review of them. Some people really like them. Some people don't particularly like them. I think they look great. I like everything in this set. My only complaint, honestly, is honestly just the price. Everything in this launch box will be released separately at a later date, but if you want a head start on the race, the Treasures of Talaxis, make sure you grab it before supplies run out. So that is good to know. We know all of the individual components will be sold separately if you don't want to buy the box. Although I did a breakdown of it, and you get about retail value, Games Workshop like prices. It's about $500 worth of stuff in the box set, retail, and the retail price is $230. So you do get quite a bit of savings with this box over retail price. So obviously, if you order directly from Games Workshop, they will give you this combat gauge. You obviously forego a 15 to 20% discount that you could get from an online retailer or reseller, etc. But in exchange, you get this nifty measuring gauge, which is pretty cool overall. And it has like, I think it's 3 inches on one side, 2 on the other side, and 1 on the other side. It is made of metal and comes in a cool little case. The real question is, though, if you're going to get a 15% discount and the box is $230, you're going to save basically, what, $35 with a 15% discount? Or you can get this and just pay full price. You also have to pay tax if you go through GW, but shipping would be free. So in all reality, you're basically paying $50 for this, buying directly from Games Workshop and paying full price and tax. I don't know how it is everywhere, but in the United States, there's tons and tons of online retailers or physical retailers that will sell you anything Games Workshop for 15 to 20% off and not charge you tax. So again, we're talking about like essentially somewhere around like $50+ extra you're paying for this thing. So I expect typically whatever that price is, if you would pay $50 for this, buying directly from Games Workshop, I would expect people to be reselling these for somewhere between $40 and $60. So typically right around what you pay for them with a slight bump. Remember, this is just the start of the new edition of Warcry. There'll be a new boxed expansion released every quarter containing new rules, warbands, and scenery, and we'll also be releasing more than 800 updated fighter cards for existing warbands from all 4 Grand Alliances as free PDFs. So you can jump right into the game with practically any faction you please. So I do really like the fact, now I mentioned in the last one that I thought that they should print the compendium and sell physical copies, but that they should also release the rules for free. Now I don't know if these fighter cards are everything that's in the compendium, but I would assume that it basically is. They said they're releasing all the fighter cards. They don't say they're going to release like the warband, like abilities cards, but I'm assuming that will be released as well. So it sounds like you can basically just go and download the free PDFs or view the PDFs or print them or whatever. But then also if you want to drop like whatever it is, 50 or 60 bucks on the book, you can. I like that. It's a great option. Lots of people will still buy physical books. Other people will be happy that you're not raking them over the coals to play a game. And honestly, it encourages people that might not have otherwise transitioned from first edition into second edition, because there's no real cost associated with it. Maybe you have to get a new rulebook, but you don't have to go out and buy like all new everything. So I do like that. It's always good when GW finally wakes up and starts giving something away for free, and realizes that if you can get people interested in the game, you get people hooked in the game, you give them a couple things like, bait that hook, and then you got them hooked forever. But instead they seem to take the other route. So Warhammer, the Horus Heresy. So digital versions of the Liber Hereticus Traitor Legions and the Astartes Army Book, Liber Astartes Loyalist Legions, are EPUB. So that is pretty cool. Obviously good to see if you're into the digital copies. And then we have from Forgeworld, made to orders. First is the Dark Angels Mark 6 heads and shoulder pads. These aren't bad. They look pretty good overall. I mean, this one is like pretty unique. That one's kind of unique. The rest are pretty decent. The shoulder pads are pretty basic. Not much going on here, obviously. And like when I'm looking at stuff like this, obviously, a lot of people are looking at this specifically for Horus Heresy. But I just think about like what current upgrade heads or what current shoulder pads are available, and then how much you're going to pay for those. Do they look as cool? Do they fit the era, etc.? And what's the price, etc.? So the Chivalric First Legion are preparing to receive their Mark 6 upgrades, set of 11 knightly heads, including 9 helmeted heads with the Dark Angels iconography and unique visors, with a handsome bear head with a circlet, a sergeant helm with impressive wings. Finish off the look with an upgrade pack of 10 embossed Mark 6 shoulder pads as well. And those are from Forgeworld, made to order. And then we have Marduk Sedras, Lord of the 23rd Order. This is a pretty cool model. Again, I've heard a lot of people complain that it's a little too like fancy for Horus Heresy, a little too like too many little details. I think it looks really good, but also I like the 40k aesthetic, so I think this model looks great. Very, very cool. Pretty cool sword. It's got like the parchment wrapped around it, and then it's got like some crazy, like, I guess a little less cutting and a little more like smashing stuff going on here at the front of it. Give it a little more weight. Pretty cool overall. Originally available for a limited time at the Horus Heresy Open Day, the terrifying Marcus Sedras is now ready to join your Dark Angels armies. Bad news for his enemies, as Sedras has served the Emperor in battle for 2.5 centuries. There is little he hasn't seen or conquered in that time, and his intimidatingly named sword, the Death of Worlds, is forged from the fragments of the Hive Archaeologis raised by his command. No wonder it's so big. Nasty stuff. So I don't really know what that means or what they're talking about there. I know like the old school Horus Heresy stuff, but I've been playing Warhammer for like 30 years, so I haven't followed up with like all the crazy lore and like the books and all that. So I don't know like the details of all that stuff, but honestly, cool model. I'm sure it's a pretty cool backstory. Overall, very, very detailed. This will be from Forgeworld, so it will be in resin. Heading straight to sale on the 6th of August are some classic pauldrons and torsos and various armor marks for the Emperor's Children and the White Scars Legion. So here we see the Emperor's Children Mark 3 shoulder pads. The Emperor's Children Mark 2 shoulder pads. It looks like 10 in each set. The Emperor's Children Mark 4 torsos. These are pretty cool. I mean, like, the one is really unique. The other 4 a little less so. But the unique one is, like, pretty freaking awesome. I mean, there's nothing like that in the range, obviously. And then we see some Mark II torsos for White Scars. Again, these are pretty cool. They've definitely got, like, a little uniqueness to it. And we have the Mark IV shoulder pads. 10 of those. And back to where we started. Add some flavor to your tactical squads and make sergeants stand out with the Mark II and Mark III shoulder pads and Mark IV torsos for the 3rd Legion. And ensure your White Scars are not only laughing but looking good on the battlefield with unique Mark II torsos and Mark 4 shoulder pads. All 5 sets will be available via made to order from 10 a.m. local time on Saturday the 6th of August 2022 until 8 a.m. BST globally on Monday the 15th. So you have about like 9 days to order these from the 6th till the 15th of August. So don't miss out unless you don't want them. Then you can miss out. Overall, whatever. I mean, they're decent. This guy's pretty freaking cool. And he was limited to the Horus Heresy event before. So very cool that they're offering him up to anyone. Super cool details on this guy. The OG like Dark Angels have more of like that heraldric, like kind of like knights look to them. Big fan. Big fan. Very cool. But the rest is pretty underwhelming. Obviously, the 2-week pre-order period on Warcry. Definitely excited for Warcry. I did order Warcry, so I will definitely be checking that out. We'll do some building, painting, unboxing, all kinds of videos to do with that. Obviously, go through the rulebook and talk about some of the changes. But typically, the people that get the stuff in advance, the NDA signers, are going to be able to like discuss that stuff in advance. So, you know, I give my opinion on stuff, but I don't really like to do the videos that everybody else can do like a week or two beforehand with early access copies. It seems like a little redundant, honestly. So, but I do like to give my opinion on stuff, and obviously you guys like when I give my opinion on stuff, so definitely look forward to that. And obviously it looks like they're completely following the Kill Team roadmap, which is both good and bad, depending. I like how it's worked out for Kill Team so far. But has it actually grown the Kill Team game / community? Maybe a little bit. I don't know. As far as this, is it going to grow the Warcry game / community? I don't know. We'll see. We will see. But overall, I do like the box set. It is nice that everything's going to be available separately later on. We'll see those prices when they come out. And again, I got to just reiterate that even though the price went up on this, which sucks, it went up to $230 USD, the fact that you get like $500 worth of retail stuff in here, if you are going to buy some of these components separately, for instance, say you really like the terrain and you're like, I'll wait and buy that separately maybe. The last time we saw them break up the terrain set from Warcry and like other games as well, they have priced the terrain sets. They took half of the terrain from the set and then the other half and then priced each half at $112. So you're talking about $224 likely will be the price of this terrain by itself. And the box set's $230. So you basically buy the terrain and spend $6 and you get everything else. You know, that's one way to look at it. Now, we don't know. Maybe they will reduce prices by then, but let's not count on that. If anything, it'll be more expensive. It'll be like $125 by then. And then the terrain will actually cost more than the box. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up there. A little bit underwhelming. I mean, the Warcry thing's already been in play. So I'm not really going to get excited about that. The Horus Heresy stuff is cool, but just not my style. I was tempted to pick up Age of Darkness, and I ended up just passing. I like some of the units that you can play in 40k as well, so I will be probably picking up some of them as they kind of come out, as I have a little more free time. But in the meantime, I really don't need a bunch of stuff that I'm not going to play with, let alone probably just going to sit around in boxes, because we all know we have plenty of piles of shame. So. But that being said, going to go ahead and wrap it up there. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you are into daily content, reactions, reviews, and news, or you haven't checked out the playlist, we have all sorts of painting, modeling, conversion, magnetization tutorials. Pretty much anything to do with Warhammer 40,000, Kill Team, Necromunda, Age of Sigmar, Warcry, and some Horus Heresy. Make sure to like and subscribe. Share the videos with your friends. And of course, as always, comment down below. Let me know what you're excited about. What do you think about this model? What do you think about Warcry? Just anything in general. You're going to be picking up some of the made-to-order Horus Heresy upgrade items. You're going to be picking up Warcry, or are you passing? Also, I did get my contrast paints, so be doing a little review on the new ones, and I have some other videos as well. We're just slammed busy with work. Commissions just non-stop rolling in, so we literally can't get them out the door faster than they're coming in. So I have been very busy, and fortunately / unfortunately, I'm obviously grateful for the great success of our commission studio and how awesome it is, and how we're able to bring all of these videos and all these awesome benefits to the community. But that being said, commissions have to be our priority. So when it comes to making like those extra videos, painting videos, reviews of products, etc. I have to kind of put those on the back burner sometimes and make sure that I'm focused on meeting deadlines and making sure people are happy with the quality of work. So that being said, gonna wrap it up there. Make sure to like and subscribe, share with your friends. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. We have hit over 5,000 subscribers, which is super, super exciting. So thank you for each and every one of you. You are valued members of the community. If you have not taken the time to say hello in the comments or leave a comment, recommendation, question, whatever, please reach out, as it really does help with the engagements. And it's always nice to hear from you guys. I try to respond to every comment I can. Sometimes I miss some, sometimes videos blow up, but most of the time you get at least some kind of response from me. So thank you to each and every one of you that has taken the time to subscribe. But that's it for today, Warhammer Man Studios. I am Warhammer Man, and I'm out of here.